Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm trying to squeak this video in really quick so I don't have a tripod out or anything. This week has been extremely hot here, and I'm not going to really have time to do any videos on plants today, but I wanted to give you sort of an update. Day temperatures are in the mid 30s, 35, and the greenhouse is hot. So my 50% shade cloth just isn't cutting it right now. I tried hanging a sheet up on the south wall. That's where a lot of the sun beats in, and there's actually shade cloth behind it and down below it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that on the camera there. I'm just going to swing you around here. The shade cloth drapes down over the roof of the greenhouse as well. This is just a shade cloth that I picked up at a fabric store. It's not really shade cloth, but from my light meter I know that it transmits 50% light through it. So it blocks everything in half. But as you can see, it's early morning. Not early, I guess. 9 o'clock. The sun's starting to hit the greenhouse. The vents automatically open as it gets warm in there. The third vent, which is right at the end there, is not open, but it's because it's still in the shade from the big oak tree. But yeah, it's been hot. It's been a constant battle this week to try to keep the temperatures down in here. I have some plants that love the heat, but I have other plants that just hate the heat. So we're gonna go inside the greenhouse. It's too hot even to turn off the fans, but I'm gonna take you inside here and just talk about what I have going on for cooling and everything. Of course, there's circulating fans. They appear to be circulating really slow on camera, but they're actually going full tilt. I'm not sure why. It looks like they're going in slow motion. They're on their highest settings. So when the vents open, there's 3 vents. 1, 2, 3. They all have box fans attached to the bottom of them. So once they're open, my Hydrotherm, I think it's called, the Zoo Med product anyways, kicks on and it vents all the hot air out. And that I thought would have been more than enough. In the other greenhouse, I only had 1, and just this guy here, this round fan. So I actually increased it by 2 more to add 3 to it, thinking, God, that'll be completely like so good and it vented out so easily. It just doesn't vent it out quick enough to keep it cool in here. I think what it is the roof itself catches so much sun now. That's south that way. So this whole flat roof is just nothing but catches sun. And because the vents open, I can only have the shade cloth just up until where the vents are. So we got a little bit that's actually doesn't have shade cloth on it. I could get up there, I guess, and put it in between the vents, but that's a little bit tedious. I need the vents to be able to open. So the shade cloth is pulled right to the vents anyways. But I found it just wasn't cutting it. I have vents down below as well that open. So there's vents down in the corners there, and that draws in cool air. This is the north side, so I keep this one open the most down there, and it draws in the cool air from the shaded north side of the greenhouse and brings it in, but as these guys suck it out. Even right now with just the vents open, there's warm air rising and leaving out the vents and cool air coming in down here at the bottom vents, but it just simply wasn't enough, and it just kept getting hotter and hotter in here. This thing, it's 25 degrees in here now, pretty much. 95% humidity and 76 Fahrenheit, depending which way you work. So 76 Fahrenheit or 25 Celsius. There we go, it just went to exactly 25. Set point for the fans to come on is 29. Or if you're working in Fahrenheit, it's 84. And from there, the fans just go until it cools it down to 84 again. Yesterday, it couldn't keep it at 84 at all. And so what I have had to do, oh, and the other thing is I have the misting system down there, right? So there's 16 fogger heads that come on when the humidity drops, which in theory should cool it as well. I installed the misting system that comes on, and I have it so it comes on in intervals, but I can also switch around the configuration a bit so that it comes on when the humidity drops. While I am staring at these things, I'm going to make one little note just to make somebody very happy. Make sure when you're working with electricity and water, you're very safe with it. I have all of my circuits on what's called GFI breakers, or GFCI breakers, so that is a ground fault circuit interrupting breaker. Everything here is CSA approved, and everything is safe. That red box up there is a GFI breaker. All the plugins head into GFI breakers as well. So when you're working with water, make sure you use a ground fault interrupting circuits so nobody gets hurt. And so anyways, the misting system, which is weaved all the way through the roof, really works well at cooling it down and keeping it humid in here. It goes like an S sort of, or a snaky shape all the way around. I've had to move it a few times to design it so that it doesn't keep my plants soaking wet, but it helps cool it. Definitely helps. Keeps the humidity high as well. I don't have that problem anymore, but it still wasn't keeping it cool enough. So yesterday I installed an air conditioner in here as well. It doesn't really help much during the mid-hot day. Oh, and the misting system just kicked on, and I don't know if you're going to see that on camera, but it's on for 1 minute and then off for 5 at this point. So we'll stop and I'll show you that since it's on. It's just a light mist. It takes a long time before it gets everything wet. So when it's only on for a minute, it doesn't get anything wet. That's why I'm still going to film with the camera, even though it's going right on the camera. So anyways, that guy I found works really well to bring the nighttime temperature down, and it keeps the temperature cooler in the mornings. It makes it so that the greenhouse doesn't have to work so hard to cool early in the morning. So it kind of closes that window of when the heat is really almost too much for it. But hopefully that's going to really save my butt. We've been having really hot weather lately, as they say, in the mid-30s, which anything over 35 I consider hot. And so there we go, the misting just turned off again. So yesterday was 35. I consider that a hot day, and this guy definitely helped at night because it doesn't cool down very well at night. So once the sun's off this, that guy kicks on and cools it down. It's meant to cool down 265 square feet, and we have 165 square feet in here. So keeps it a little bit cooler at night. It was really nice and chilly in here in the morning. But yeah, so that is how I've been spending my week. I have just been fighting with the heat and trying to keep everything cool. So you can see from the inside that white sheet is now blocking the south wall completely. The orchids can be a little bit shaded, that's okay. So anyways, I'm going to try to get this up before I have to go out to my open house today. So I'm going to really just get this guy up really quick if I can, so you guys have a video for the weekend. I'm going to try to get back to my videos regularly next weekend. I might just throw up a video midweek because I missed at least one video this week. And anyways, if you like this video and you want to see more updates of the greenhouse, make sure you subscribe to my channel. As always, thanks for watching.